And he also won the European Games, which guaranteed his Olympic spot, which I'm pretty sure he was going to have anyway, regardless of how he performed at the European Games. On the other hand, we have Robert Gardos, world number 36, 12th seed here. Obviously, he beat Matthias Falk, the top seed in the quarterfinals. And he beat Jonathan Groth in the last 16, 4-2. Timo Boll beat Christian Karl. Also commentated on Gardos at last year's Nigerian Open. He got to the final of that. Fell short to Quadri Aruna. So here we go, Robert Gardos. What a start that is. Timo Boll tied up in the middle. Gardos spots the open space on the forehand. Plays the ball in the clear space. Robert Gardos knows what it feels like to be a European champion. Austria were European team championships with the European team championships champions a few years back. Boll's won this competition on 6 occasions. He's looking to make it 7. The number that Janove Voldner has under his belt. Boll lost in a semi-final last year to Dmitry Ovtcharov, the overall winner of this competition. Ovtcharov has pulled out due to sickness. Strong backhand again, cross court from Gardos. Wow, 3rd ball kill from Boll. Reason that Boll's so effective against some of the top players in the world, obviously he is at the top of the game, but the reason why he can beat the Chinese is just due to the amount of quality in terms of spin. He's got very tight serves. It's a simplistic action, but effective. He's very good at varying the speed of play. Strong in the receive game. And despite being 38, he's still got the speed to be in the right place at the right time. He's very strong in the counter top spinning game as well. You see that heavy spin, Gardos trying to counter over it. The ball was fizzing. And a heavy reverse pendulum shot to the forehand. Gardos shakes his head. He doesn't want to be giving away too many outright receive errors. Timo with a double lead. 8-4 on the receive. Long push into the forehand, tempts Boll. Not often you see him miss a forehand open up. 5-8. 2 consecutive points for the Austrian. 8-6 to Boll. That's very, very strong indeed. In instinctive forehand, wasn't it? Gardos could see where that ball was coming, closed the bat and just rocketed it into the backhand. That one, the opposite this time. A bit of fortune. At the blink of an eye, it's 8-all. These two will definitely know each other's games very well. Oh well, it was a cheeky shot from Gardos and then an equally cheeky block from Boll. It was just a very casually played forehand down the line. That's all it had to be though, because Gardos had committed fully by stepping round. It's a little forehand flick. Nine apiece. It's hard to think of a player that Boll hasn't beaten. So Gardos is going to have to play very, very, very well if he's going to challenge Boll. Just in those key moments, Timo finds something extra. Can Gardos hang on? That's a brilliantly changed forehand. It was that sort of improvisation there. You could see how he wasn't fully balanced for that, but he still managed to open the racket a little bit more and play it where Boll wasn't expecting. Game point saved. 41-year-old with a serve. Oh, and he goes for the forehand fade down the line. It was a clear shot to play. Be a little bit disappointed with that because I'd say his percentages in those sort of balls are quite high. Boll escapes, 11-10. And there we have it, game one goes to Timo Boll, 12-10. The crowd. Timo Boll on screen with the serve, the fine wine of table tennis in Europe. Still playing at the world's highest level. Off the top of my head, I can't recall Boll ever beating Fan Zhendong, but I know that he's beaten pretty much everyone else. Perhaps he hasn't beaten Xu Xin either on the world tour. But players such as Ma Long, Lin Gaoyan, Haramoto, Ovcharov. The top Asian players, many, in fact most, have fallen to Timo Boll because of shots like we've just seen. He's just able to play such improvised shots. No way. That one too strong from Gardos. I wonder if we'll see any behind the back shots from Boll. He's able to play such magical balls. Hand switches behind the backs. He's got pretty much everything. Gardos is aware of that. He just has to go for it. And he did then, but Boll is just in the right place at the right time. Caresses the ball down the line, out of reach. Gardos put all cards on the table with that forehand. But Boll made him look like a joker. Long pendulum serve into Boll's backhand. Heavy. Too heavy for Boll to lift on that occasion. The serve of Gardos, that time unsuccessful. A gasp from the crowd. It's interesting actually, the serve of Gardos is quite similar to the serve of Werner Schlager, the Austrian legend. In fact, it was Werner Schlager that was the last European player to win the World Championships. That was back in 2003. Beautiful from Gardos. Sending Boll the wrong way. And it was Matthias Falk, the Swedish pimpled superstar, that was only one step away from winning the World Championships last April. And Gardos beat him this tournament. So, Boll can't afford to take the Austrian lightly, by any means. Werner Schlager serve again, in the backhand flick over the table, gives Gardos a 2-point lead at the second towel break. A few strong players from Austria: Daniel Habesson, Stefan Fergel, to name a couple. But Gardos spearheading the Austrian flag at the moment. That's an unreturnable net cord. P-roller. 5-8. Such a simple serve in terms of action, but subtle contact. Even the top players around the world struggle to read Timo Boll's serves. That's strong. First one spinny, second one a bit harder. Nice variation from Boll. 8-7. 41-year-old Gardos still 1 point in the lead. Ooh, a bit out of reach. That wasn't the best forehand from Robert Gardos. It was a change in direction on the receive from Boll. Left him stretching a little bit. You can see there, off balance. Disguise spin on the serve sets up Boll's third ball backhand. It's that awareness that Boll has of where his opponent stood that allows him to make last-minute changes. 2 game points to Timo. It was an all-or-nothing forehand from Gardos. He had the lead, didn't he, the Austrian, in this game, but Boll's turned things around, as he so often does. World number 1. Quite recently as well, Timo. And there we have it, 11-8 to Timo Butterfly Boll. It's got the butterfly headband. So if you're just joining us, Timo Boll, the fine wine of European table tennis, 2-0 up on Austria's Robert Gardos. Oh, wow. Cheeky, cheeky Timo. The most casual forehand that still manages to produce so much quality. That's talent right there. You can't really teach those sort of shots. Slow spin, and Gardos destroys that ball. Surprised it didn't crack. Reverse pendulum, Gardos plays a soft flick into a fairly awkward position. Boll fails to make space for the forehand. Gardos had the lead in the previous set, so he has to think how he got there and produce a bit more. Because we saw in the previous match how Boll can beat world-class players in straight sets. Liam Pitchford fell to Timo in the quarter-final. And Pitchford's beaten Marlon before, as well as Haramoto, Mitsutani. You know, Pitchford's been a top 15 player. So, you know, if Boll can beat players like that 4-0, that really shows the level that he plays at. Gardos will want to take this third game because from 3-0 down against Timo, for me, he's got next to no chance. That's class from the Austrian. Strangling Timo Boll, taking the ball on the peak of the bounce. That's world class. From the 12th seed. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Absolutely nothing even Magic Boll can do about that. Oh, look at him, he's pouncing on it. He's like a lion on a piece of meat. Just sinking his teeth into the ball. And Boll does that famous facial expression that says, fair enough. You're playing well, Gardos. But you just feel, don't you, as though Boll has something else up his sleeve. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is the third or fourth time we've seen this from Robert Gardos. Boll isn't playing badly in these points. Robert Gardos eager to just take the ball as soon as it's bounced. You can't afford to give Boll much breathing room. Slow spinny backhand. There's the variation. He's played a few direct forehands. This one, this backhand is slower but spinnier. He's going to have to keep Boll guessing. Can't be predictable against this level of player. So like the previous set, Gardos with a 2-point lead at this stage. Boll with the 2 serves. Arcing backhand just drifts long. Gardos with a chole. That point meant a lot, because he's guaranteed at least a 2-point lead. And you felt like this was a must-win game for him. Whoa! Fireworks! Absolute landmines just exploding on these players' rackets. Doesn't get any better than this. Robert Gardos can take a few deep breaths because he's got 2 points cushioned. He'll want to convert one of these 2. The first one he does. Ball's received, not good enough. Looks like Gardos has ramped things up a little bit. He's playing with more pressure. And he has to, because at the other side of the table he's got a player who's won the World Cup quite a few times. And there we have it, first time of asking. Robert Gardos breaks into the match. So the famous face of Timo Boll serving at the start of this 4th. Robert Gardos played some top-tier table tennis previous set. and he's going to have to keep doing that. Boll's won this tournament 6 times. He won it 5 times in a row. 5 excursions when it used to be the European top 12. This competition became the Europe top 16 back in 2015. That was in Baku. Boll's won it in 2002, 2003. Great play from Gardos. 2006, 2009, 2010, and 2018. Janove Voldner has won it 7 times, so if Boll can win this year, he will be up there on the same podium as Janove Voldner, who many say is the greatest of all time. Timo Boll looking good, 5-1 up. Boll is undoubtedly a Hall of Famer. The only thing that seems to have, well, the only 2 things that seems to have sort of avoided him have been the World Championships, which he's never won, and the Olympics. He's won the World Cup. It's down. Oh, it catches the edge. No way! What the heck was that? Robert Gardos. Even Boll smiling at that one. That was magic. It was this ball here from Boll that arcs on and Gardos squats. And a wry smile, Boll saying, fair enough. That's lifted the atmosphere in the crowd that is starting to fill quite nicely. There's not many empty seats here in Montreux. You'd expect as it edges towards the finals, it's going to be pretty much full out. You can see how Boll's a threat close to the table and far back. He's strong in the loop-to-loop department. But that rally would definitely be in the top 10. Nice from Gardos. Keeps the ball tight with a touch play ball. Sends it a bit long. And Gardos pounces on it like a cheetah. 4-7. Still in this one. Again, Boll's away from the table. He arcs on. On again, slapping forehand. No! Timo Boll! He's in no man's land back there, and he still finds the table. Look at that. I tell you what, if that forehand from Gardos goes on, I'm walking out of here. And the crowd chants Timo Boll's name, quite rightly so, because that was magic. We see behind the back shots from him, hand switches. This man can do anything with a table tennis bat on his hand. Gardos is staying strong, keeping the timing point early. Firing on 100 degrees at the moment. But percentage-wise, Boll's playing more consistent table tennis. The foundation of Boll's game is just so good. He's got all the basics completely right. Whoa. This is taking my breath away. Gardos is playing a very, very strong match here. That backhand bending away, bit of side spin on it. 6-9, Boll still with a decent lead. Gardos with the serve pendulum, misses the flip. He says to himself, not again. Got to make those sort of shots on the table. But credit to him. He's definitely going to be making a few fans here in Montreux. Timo Boll, the first time of asking, edges into a 3-1 lead. Just like in the previous match, Patricia Sawyer did. But what a game we just witnessed. Tell you what, if we can have an equally breathtaking game here, this would have to be one of the best matches I've ever commentated on. There's been some unreal table tennis. Timo Boll coming out on top of most exchanges. He's 2-0 up in this 5th game. Only one away from reaching the final. He wants to better last year's performance. He lost in the semi-final to a certain Dmitry Ovcharov. Can Boll add the European Top 16 Cup onto the European Games and European Championship singles? It's crazy how you can play at the top level for pretty much 2 decades. You know, 10 years at the top of the game is something. To do it 4-1 down, he's not in the best of positions. He's hoping that he's broken Boll's momentum, but he's going to have to play some special stuff if he's going to get back into this one. Look at that counter from Timo Boll. It's just magnificent. It wasn't even a bad backhand from Gardos. Boll makes it look like training hall stuff sometimes, doesn't he? Plays as if there's no pressure on him at all. That serve kicked up. A little bit surprised Gardos. You can see how the Austrians a little bit deflated. This match is falling out of his hands into the grasp of Timo Boll. It's important that Gardos still stays positive because it's not over until the fat lady sings. Boll's been in situations worse than this. World Cup back in 2017, he was 10-4 down in the decider against Lin Gao Yan and came back. Look at that backhand. Poetry in motion. So smooth, it's like silk. And right now he's everywhere at once, Timo Boll. He's not loosening the screw at all, keeping the pressure on Gardos. 2 points away. Timo wants this done and dusted so he can get some rest before the final. Doesn't want to prolong it any more than he has to. Is it too little too late from Gardos? It seems so. sets it up. First time when he had that attacking opportunity, misses it. And it's the fine wine of table tennis, Timo Boll. 5 match points. And Gardos draws his last breath. A fantastic tournament for the Austrian. He beat Matthias Falk, the top seed. And Timo Boll shows his experience and advances into the last two.
Congratulations, félicitations.
Pleasure.